Hello fellow roadcrafters. In today's video we'll be covering over some vehicles that we could possibly see because of the new Volvo and Roadcraft partnership. Now the first vehicle we'll be taking a look at is the A60 articulated dump truck. Now this dump truck can carry 60 tons of dirt and has 630 horsepower. And honestly, I think it's one of the coolest looking dump trucks there is. I love the cat version of it, which hopefully we'd see down the road if they ever do collaborate with Roadcraft, just like they have with SnowRunner. But I think that this would be a great addition to the game because it would just add that real world feel, just like many of these vehicles in this game would do for us. Now, the second vehicle we could possibly see, which would introduce some new mechanics, would be the EC950F excavator. This excavator is able to lift over 209,000 pounds of dirt and would add a whole lot of new mechanics to the game, such as being able to dig up in certain areas or just being able to move sand if you didn't want it there, right? Rather than having to flatten it out with a bulldozer, you could simply bring this thing over and pick it up and dump it back into your dump trucks, which would be a super cool new system in the game, which I'm not opposed to seeing because we did just see the brand new wrecking ball get added in the recent DLC. So who's to say that this could not be added? Moving on to the next vehicle, we're going to be looking at the R100 rigid dump truck. Now, this vehicle would be super cool to see in game. It's not something that I ever thought we would see in Roadcraft, but with this collaboration with Volvo, it's very possible. Now, this is a super large dump truck, and it would be able to move just an insane amount of dirt. It's one of those that you typically see in coal mining facilities or just any large excavating operations, because you're going to need a massive dump truck to move a boatload of dirt. And this thing would be absolutely sick to see in game. So hopefully, who knows, maybe we'll see it in Roadcraft. Now the next vehicle that we are taking a look at is the PTR 240. Now this thing can compress over 52,000 pounds of asphalt and has 100 horsepower. And the reason why I chose this one to take a look at is it adds a bit of something different compared to other compactors, right? You look at this thing, it looks very different than the one we have in game currently, which would be a breath of fresh air in comparison, just because the other two are very similar. And this one has rollers in the front and back and has those funny looking gaps in between the rollers. Now this thing is an asphalt roller, would do the traditional thing that we see the other ones in the game do, just offering something that looks a little bit different. Moving into the next vehicle that we could potentially see added because of this collaboration would be the SD125B soil compactor. And you heard me correct, it's a soil compactor. Now, there's a lot of times in Roadcraft where you'll have massive bumps in your sand or dirt roads that you just can't seem to get rid of with a bulldozer. And while you may be able to go over it back up and down over it with a regular compactor, it just never seems to get the job done quite right or in a timely manner. Now this thing is specifically designed to flatten soil and can flatten over 26,000 pounds of weight on top of that soil and has 147 horsepower. This thing would be awesome to see in game. It would also be super useful. Moving into the next vehicle, we're going to be taking a look at the L200H, which is a log truck loader. It can lift 88,000 pounds of logs and just would be a really cool addition because the vehicle looks very unique in comparison to some of the other log loaders we have in game. Now moving on to the next vehicle we could see would be the L350H bulldozer. Now this thing is massive and also has a bucket shovel instead of a flat shovel. So it wouldn't be used for flattening in game, most likely doing something similar to the role of the excavator, where you could use it to load dump trucks with sand or to just move excess sand away from areas that you don't want it. And then finally, the last vehicle we could see being added because of this partnership that would be quite unique would be the L25 Electric. Now, this thing is super tiny, not a massive bulldozer by any means. It can only lift 11,000 pounds of dirt, but it's electric, it's small, and it offers something unique gameplay-wise in comparison to other vehicles that we have in game. Now, I think that this would be a super cool addition, would be very unique to see, and who knows, maybe they could add some sort of charging system, because this thing, again, is fully electric. So those have been pretty much all the major vehicles that we could see be added from this partnership in terms of new ones. Who knows, Roadcraft could add some older models, different variants. I simply chose the ones that were the newest specs or the biggest, or the things that had the most unique features that would add some diversity to our lineups in Roadcraft. Feel free to let me know what you guys think down in the comments section, what vehicles you guys are excited to see added to Roadcraft, or what you potentially hope on this list may not be added because of certain features that you don't want to see in the game. Anywho, whatever it may be, let me know down in the comments section, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.